Hello my friends, Lenny with Vintage Nationals. I'm on the web at nationalguitar.com. It's been a little while since I put a video together, and I had a great idea for one that I think is going to solve a question that's on a lot of people's minds. I had one of our Pick and Parlor members, buy this beautiful black rust National Resophonic NRP. It's a steel body with a mahogany neck. But this particular guy, I'll call him Larry because that's his name, wanted a bone nut on his NRP. Now normally the NRP is going to come with a ebony nut. So since I have one in stock with an ebony and another one with a bone nut that I made for him, I thought it would be nice to do a demo playing them side by side, because there's some question as to between the Triolian and the NRP. The Triolian seems to be a little bit brighter, and the question is it the maple neck versus the mahogany neck, or is it the bone nut versus the ebony nut? So what I've done is, to make this a very cool little experiment, I've got the NRP with the bone nut, I've got the NRP with the ebony nut, and then what I did, I took the ebony nut off his NRP and I put it on my personal Triolian. So I have a Triolian with an ebony nut, and I have a Triolian with a bone nut. So 4 guitars, each one will be demoed with both the bone nut and the ebony nut. And this should tell us if it's more in the nut that's making that difference, or if it's more in the neck, the maple versus mahogany neck. And what I'm going to do to make this a little interesting is I'm going to move up close to the camera where you can't see the headstock. So I'm going to make you use your brain a little bit and figure it out for yourself. So I'm going to play all 4 of these guitars one after the other, play the same little riff, then play a little slide riff on each of them in an open tuning. I'm in standard right now. And I'll number them 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll tell you at the end of the video which one is which. But I'm going to ask you to use your ears and tell me if you can tell the difference in tone between the materials on the nut. And if you can't, then it's more likely the neck material that's causing the Triolian to be a little brighter sounding in general than the NRP is. This should be fun. I'm going to go ahead and play each of these guitars. I will number them 1 through 4, and you'll be able to hear each of them side by side, and at the end I will reveal the actual which guitar is which, and we'll see if you can pick it up without knowing. So should be interesting. Let's give this a try. I'm going to start out in standard tuning, and I'm going to go ahead and move up closer to the camera. I am using a Rode condenser video microphone. I'm going to point the microphone right to the F-hole to get the best possible sound, and we'll see what we can come up with. I don't know if it's a shootout, but it's a comparison test. Let's give it a shot. guitar number 1. There you go, 4 guitars, 4 little variants. I'll let you figure it out. And I hope you enjoyed this little demo here at Vintage Nationals on the web at nationalguitar.com. Oh, and the ABCD. Number 1 was the Triolian with the bone nut. Number 2, or B, was the NRP with the bone nut. Number 3, or C, was this guitar, the Triolian with the ebony nut. And number 4 was the NRP with the ebony nut. So be interested to hear your opinions. Hopefully you figured something out before I gave you the clues to the real meaning there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you at the Pick and Parlor at nationalguitar.com.